The Tylertown Tornado, 15th of March 2025. At 12:17 p.m. CDT, by the Tangipahoa River, Kentwood, Louisiana, the tornado touched down. The average tornado path is only 3.7 miles, so it seems notable to say that for the first 15 miles, this was a relatively uneventful tornado. It caused some tree damage and EF1 damage to buildings and property. The tornado crossed the Louisiana border into Mississippi. Thankfully, it was quite weak at this point and moved across sparsely populated countryside. This tornado occurred on a high-risk day during a significant outbreak from the 13th to the 16th of March. Just one day before this tornado, the first two EF4s of the year hit Diaz and 56 Arkansas. Both path videos are linked in the description. As this EF4 tore across the land, a second shorter-lived EF3 twister mirrored its path less than 1 mile to the south, leaving a parallel path of 26 miles. On Clemens Road, the first EF2 damage occurred when a single-wide manufactured home was completely destroyed. On Dykes-Walthall County Road, several buildings' roofs were destroyed. Silver Drive, the trunks of many hard and softwood trees were snapped. On New River Road, an RV camper was blown nearly 200 yards and destroyed on the Paradise Ranch RV Resort. Surveyors noted that almost every tree was snapped in the nearby forests. Mesa Walker's Bridge Road, an RV was flipped on the edge of the windfield and many trees were destroyed. The tornado was incredibly violent as it passed over US 98, completely slabbing a well-built home and reducing everything around it to debris. Luther's Road, the roof was removed from one building and a second was blown off its concrete block foundations. Old Holmesville Road. One house lost most walls and a trailer was completely destroyed. Just north, a very large series of metal buildings were left as a twisted wreck. Salem Church Road. One home suffered roof damage and trees were snapped and uprooted. East Salem Road. A massive tree was stripped and a nearby metal building was demolished. Summers McGee Road. Several homes, including all sheds and outbuildings, were destroyed. On Bethlehem Loop Road, more homes were torn apart by the winds. 3 people lost their lives, and several more were injured. County Line Road. Large sections of a home's roof structure were removed. Near Molly Road and Billy Smith Road, most trees were debarked with only stubs of the largest branches remaining. Mississippi 587, a third area of debarked tree stubs. For several miles, trees were toppled in this heavily forested area. The tornado even weakened slightly to EF1 strength before ramping back up for its second round of deadly EF2 to EF4 damage. On Stowey Parkman Road, 2 people lost their lives when their manufactured home was torn apart. On Smith Road and Blackwell Road, several homes and metal outbuildings were destroyed, with one shifted off its foundations. And on Greens Creek Road, a home's roof was severely damaged. If you appreciate this video series and would like to help me, please consider liking and subscribing. That way, YouTube will recommend this video to more people. Thank you. Choctaw Road, another home's roof was torn away. Alex Daly Road, several more homes suffered complete wall collapse and significant tree damage. Black Polk Road and Santee Baptist Church Road, more tree damage. Blackjack New Chapel Road, a home suffered almost complete destruction as the tornado ramped up for its finale and its path became more erratic. After traveling 65 miles and within 2 miles of lifting, the tornado devastated a well-built home on Wilson Road. The wood floor was scoured and all walls and contents were thrown downwind. Little evidence of high-speed debris impact was found. Instead, the home was likely just torn apart by the wind. At 1:39 p.m., the tornado lifted.